this episode is going to be fun, where we're going to read. I think I've got 9 questions. 9 questions, but we might skip one if it's terrible. If you look at it and go, nah.
Okay.
But you haven't seen any of these questions yet, have you?
Have not.
They are all, what would you do if scenarios.
Okay.
Should we just, well, how's your day so far?
It's pretty good. I folded laundry, put it away.
Yeah, the kids are at my mum's.
It's not after bedtime.
It's not. We're actually filming during the day for the first time on this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's strange. I don't even have a light on. It's just...
Yeah, it's just sunny out.
It's just daytime. It's not really sunny. It's
cloudy, but...
Yeah. But yeah, we thought we'd have a nice day together. There's a hair on my mic. We thought we'd have a nice day together, get some stuff sorted since we've been back off of holiday, and jump on the podcast.
And your mom hasn't seen the kids in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Nice for them to have some time with Nana.
Nana Hunk Hunk, as they
Nana
call her.
Hunk Hunk.
Yeah. But I'm excited. I want to jump into this episode.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
What would you do if you found out that your partner was secretly on OnlyFans? They were making serious money, but they kept it all a secret. And it was like full on.
So like private messages?
Private messages, sex tapes and all that stuff, but not with somebody else.
Yeah, by
just
themselves.
Solo.
Mm.
But like, it's life-changing money.
I'm interested to hear your opinion first.
Go for it. Bring some money into this household. No. First of all, I'd be like, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
I could have been the cameraman.
Yeah. but that's how I feel. Like I'm only speaking for myself, but I don't feel like I have secrets from you.
No. Oh, I don't feel like that either. But,
so I would just be like...
I think that if in my mind I was like, I could take a punt at this. I'm gonna start wanking on camera.
Punt.
I would come to you and say, "This is just hear me out. This is
my dick's amazing, and everyone needs to see it.
Hear me out, all right? I've got an idea for a side hustle, and I want you to hear me out before you say anything. Have you heard what OnlyFans is? Well, I think I could do it, you know? But I want your help.
Yeah.
But that's not what this question is.
No, I know, but that's what makes this question feel impossible, because I can't imagine you hiding it from me. So, like, if you did, I'd be pissed.
Do you think that this is along the same lines of cheating?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Oh, we need to delete that quickly. No. Yeah, I think it is as well.
Yeah.
Because even though it's all work, technically, but like if I was like messaging other girls who were like paying subscriptions to talk to me, this is wild. that idea is mental. I'm gonna be having sexual conversations with other people, and then performing on camera to them. What's the difference between that and doing that on Snapchat?
Yeah, exactly.
Money is the only difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed that you didn't tell me. So like in this exact scenario, I caught you. I'd be fuming.
Yeah.
Not because you're doing OnlyFans, but because you didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you about it.
It was a secret. Yeah. The secret part is what pushes it over the edge.
Yeah.
Because if it was, like, if you did want to do OnlyFans and like it would be a discussion, and like we'd be messaging the people together. It would be like a joint thing. Yeah. I feel like.
Depends how well this podcast goes.
You might see Dan's dick.
No, you will not. Will not. Yeah, I think if I caught you doing it, I agree with what you're saying, that you'd be pissed. I would be pissed off because I'd be like, why didn't you tell me this?
Yeah.
Like,
you'd be pissed about the secret.
I agree with you. It's really difficult to like imagine it, because it would be so out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
And we haven't ever had that kind of conflict,
Mm-hmm.
or you know what I mean? So I don't know how I would. What I'm thinking is, like, if you came to me and said about the idea, we'd have rules of it.
Yeah.
But it would be a thing that we both managed.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like, I caught you doing it.
Yeah. To me, it's the same thing as if like I downloaded Tinder. I don't know what the new dating apps are, but back in my day, it was Tinder. So if I downloaded Tinder and I didn't meet up with anybody, but I was just talking to them. Yeah. That feels the same.
I do think it is it's definitely different, because when you're doing Snapchat or I'm only saying Snapchat because it's like the disappearing messages, or Tinder or whatever it is now. There's no money involved, so you're matching people that like, and just talking to people based on either their looks or their personality. Yeah. So there is like an emotional connection there.
True.
Whereas some like 70-year-old bloke could pay you a subscription and you're entertaining him, but you're not
feeling anything.
It's not like, oh yeah, he's fit.
Yeah.
He's nice. You're literally sending.
He's got a big wallet.
Yeah. So it is definitely different to cheating, but it's definitely along the lines of it.
I would say that it's past the line. Like there's a line of like what's cheating and what's not cheating, and it's over the line. It's cheating. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But I also think if you were messaging even a friend on Snapchat, I would be weird about it if it was like a woman.
We don't have Snapchat on our phones.
I think I might, but it was like
what?
It was I can't remember why I re-downloaded it. I wanted to see where my little sister was, because I don't have family sharing location. So she said she's put hers on so I could pinpoint like where she moved to. Yeah. That's why I did it.
But that's the thing, because Snapchat is such a shady
app.
Like if you saw that I had it downloaded and I said, oh no, it's there because I want to see our old messages together, you're not going to believe, even if you believe that, in the back of your mind you're like,
why can't you just text?
Yeah. But what's wild is it's a generational app. So I worked with a guy who's 23 now. He was 22, turned 23. And he only messaged his mates and his girlfriend on Snapchat. They use Snapchat. Oh, we sound so old. We use Facebook Messenger. But that was a bit wild to me, because I was like, you use Snapchat? Because Snapchat is like the dating,
it's the cheating
app and dating app, and you want to hide your messages, you use that, don't you? So I think if either of us saw that we were using Snapchat, it would be damaging. Very.
It would be weird.
Well, this is about OnlyFans. Yeah, so we wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
But would you make me stop, or would you come aboard? Or would you split up with me? Because I think that we would have a big argument if it was you. Yeah. But then I see the money. And I see that you've created an income. It's a job. Nah. I don't know if I would like go, okay, can we, no more secrets. If you're going to continue doing this, we're doing this together. And there's rules in place now. No? No,
I'm sorry, but I think I would have to walk away.
Walk away from the whole relationship? Okay.
From my history, if you've crossed the line of cheating and now you're secret keeping. Yeah. I wouldn't trust you anymore.
But I'm not cheating. I'm not.
Then why didn't you tell me?
Because I knew that you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, but we talk about everything, and if you really wanted to, we would do it together.
I felt like I couldn't tell you about this, but it was like an opportunity that came my way, and I filmed a load of videos which are in my catalogue, and then when someone says they want this, I send it to them. I don't film it on demand. Yeah, it's just all there in a library.
You're private messaging people.
Yeah, but look at them. They're just usernames. They don't have pictures. That might be
a
guy.
Some people do.
That might be an 80-year-old man.
No, it's cheating.
Yeah, that's how argument would have gone.
Yeah.
And not ended well. What would you do if you won the lottery? What would you spend the money on?
Well, like,
let's say that the jackpot is 100 million.
Okay. And are we talking like logistics? Like, because the first thing I would do would be like to hire a financial advisor and like try to do the smart things to make my money also work for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Aside, I think that kind of stuff is boring. Yeah, so like the aspirational things that I would like to do, I'd like to have the kids set up for their futures.
Mm-hmm. Like what? What would you do? Just put money to one side, or would you buy
investments for them? Because I think money doesn't hold its value over time.
Yeah.
So like investments in their names for them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd want to move. I don't necessarily think I want a bigger house.
No, we've got a 3-bedroom house, so we've all got a bedroom.
It would be nice to have a 4-bed, I guess, for like guests,
a podcast studio.
A podcast room, yeah. But yeah, I think I would just want to move somewhere a little bit of the outskirts.
So at the moment, you've probably spent $1 million. You've got 100 million to spend. Would you do anything wild? Like travel the world?
I'd love to travel, yeah.
Just take the kids out of school, bring a tutor with us.
It's a tough one. I don't really know.
You know what I mean?
Would you take the kids out of school?
They'd just be at boarding school, wouldn't they? We'd just travel the world and just see them after term time. I'm joking, fully joking.
No way.
No. Well, that's the thing. So we did a road trip for our honeymoon across America in your car, and we said, because we went through the middle and then down through the south, come back, 30 states, but we didn't do the northern states. So I would love to get an RV and just with the kids as well, and just go across all the northern states, like Yosemite.
Nah, I'd like to do Europe.
But we need to finish the northern states.
We need to do Europe first, Daniel.
We'll also do Europe. We're going to travel the world.
It's going to be a lot of fighting.
I'm just saying that we did we did a road trip in America, which was amazing. Yeah. And we said we want to do the northern states. So I'd want to get the northern states finished. But the
dog is barking.
The dog is barking, prick. But yeah, we'd definitely do Europe as well.
It's weird. Like my initial thought when you ask me the question is like more towards other things, like helping other people.
Well, would you help your family out?
Of course I would help my family out, but
yeah,
there are ties to that, which but
yeah, let's not get
we don't need to get into that. This is meant to be
a fun one.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that, but
we'd set up everybody with houses, wouldn't we?
Yeah. But I think I would like to start some kind of foundation to help not my friends and family, but like strangers, people who are struggling.
Yeah.
Things like that. We've talked about that before.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And that would be that's weirdly like the first thing I think about when you ask me.
We'd do a donation for like children's hospitals and stuff. It's what we went through with Emmy as well when she was born premature.
But I wouldn't want, like, my thing, I wouldn't want it to just be a donation. I would want to start
an actual charity.
Start something, yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Like either a charity house for, like, battered women or for people who struggle with drug abuse.
Yeah.
Things like that.
We need to start buying some lottery tickets, I think. Would you buy anything... Like, we're not very materialistic, are we?
No.
So, our car is a 2014 plate. We still have to pay the charges in the clean air zones.
Yeah.
But, like, I wouldn't go out and get, like, a brand new Tesla.
No.
I'd love to have one.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't... I don't know. I'd get one that's... I'd get, like, a... We have a 7-seater just because the boot is... massive for like,
and if we do
kid
need to
stuff,
take people in it, then
it's ideal. I would just get like a 2022 plate 7-seater, something like really reliable. That's comfortable.
A Jeep.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd go for a Jeep.
That's not 7-seater though, is it?
Maybe.
But yeah, we wouldn't go splashy sports cars.
No.
I would have the mortgage paid off, obviously.
Well, yeah, of course.
Or we sell the house and buy a house outright.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I'd want like a 500-600 grand house. I don't think I'd go for like millions on a house. Just it'd stress me out too much, I think. Even if I had 100 mil,
But like some of the really fancy houses that I've seen, I don't want that. I like more of like a cottage vibe house.
That's what I mean. And I think
not pristine white.
In our area, on the outskirts of our area, countryside-ish.
I'd move from.
Maybe we'd get a farm. We spoke about that. Spoke about that before.
Small farm.
Yeah, like a farmhouse, but like a nice big, modernized one in a way. And just have like a few.
But I don't know if I'd want to stay where we live right now. No. I'd want to stay in the UK.
Yeah. Yeah, until the kids have finished school.
But I might consider, and you wouldn't like it though, because we just got back from holiday. So like my head is like at the beach still. I want to live somewhere that has a swimmable beach. Yeah. Like we live on the coast, sort of. We live in a channel, so the water's brown. Yeah, but we could go to Cornwall or down by like... Let's go to Gibraltar. Oh, I'm still thinking of the UK. Like, isn't that the UK? You can like Southend-on-Sea, go on that end, like past London or somewhere that has like Brighton or something. Yeah, somewhere that has a beach. I'd also like the weather here. It's so strange how it differs so much from like here to Paris when you're not that far. Yeah. When we went to Paris in April, it was so hot. I wasn't expecting it to be so hot. So it was, wasn't it? Yeah. I don't think I'd want to move back to the States, but I would maybe want to move out of where we are currently living. I think I'd like to have holiday homes. So if we want, I think we would travel Europe, and then we would find like a country or a place that we really like. Because we're the sort of people that once we've done something, gone somewhere. It wouldn't be an island that we purchased a holiday home. It would be a country. Like, I know an island is part of a country, but like the mainland country. Yeah, we could get like a house in Spain or something like that. Yeah. But we're the sort of people that once we've explored an area, we want to go to a different country to explore somewhere else. So maybe somewhere like Italy or something where we could get boats. Yeah. Oh, I'd get a boat because we had a boat. Yeah. So obviously you're a full-time mum. Yeah. You do admin as well. I work full-time around the country. But what would you do if you could pick a completely different career, like your dream job? So what would you choose and why? Like with removing the education piece of it? Yeah, like let's say you can snap your fingers and you have all the education that you need. You're qualified and you're jumping straight into a new career. I'd be a doctor. A doctor? Like what type of doctor? Would I be a doctor? I might be an astronaut. So different. Why would you be an astronaut? I think it would be really cool to like go to space. Yeah, but you're up there for a while. Yeah, that's true. I don't think I'd want to leave my kids. I'd like to see an archaeologist. That'd be cool. That would be really fun. I think I'd like to be a architect. Yeah. If it was like something construction wise, I think I'd like to be able to like design buildings and drawings and stuff like that and create my own skyscraper or my own buildings and stuff like that. So like that kind of architect, like a big architect. Yeah, if I could just have all that knowledge. I think that would be, I think I would like, I'm someone that has like job satisfaction. So at the end of my day. Oh, you can't do this. No. What? I veto it. You can't be an architecture. Why? Architecture? Is that right? Architect, thank you. Why can't I? What do you mean? Because driving around with you would be a nightmare. Oh, yeah. You'd be like, oh, see that house? I designed that. Yeah. So what, at the end of my normal working day, I look back and go, I did that. Yeah. Like, I'm proud of that. So if I saw a skyscraper, I'd be like, I did that. Yeah. I came up with the whole idea of that. That's my building. I think if it wasn't that sort of career, and I think that
obviously doing a podcast and stuff. I want to do like entertainment stuff. I think I would like to be able to do like presenting or something like that. Oh, I don't know, something fun, something that I wake up and I'm buzzing to go to work for.
Yeah. See, I feel like for me it would be things that are not educational but kind of educational, like I think geologist, doctor. You love the health field, don't you? Yeah, but geology is studying rocks.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
You could be a dolphin trainer.
No thanks.
He really liked the dolphins.
It was cool to watch, but yeah, I don't think I'd want to do it.
No, marine biologist.
Nah, I would. Yeah, it would definitely have to be something entertainment wise. I want to be a YouTuber. But like wake up tomorrow and have like 5 million subscribers. Like it's all there ready for me, and I just record anything. And yeah, I've got like a whole team of people that just set everything up. I just show up, record, go off. Yeah,
that's not me.
No. Well, because I'm thinking I could do that and come back and still have the kids and everything.
Yeah.
If you're a doctor, that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like in the hospital.
Yeah.
A lot of time away from home.
True, but if I was a geologist, I could take the kids traveling with me.
What about what's it called when you dig up dinosaur bones?
I just said that. It's
You did. I don't think it was called.
Oh my god! It came out of my head too because you said architecture.
Why can't we think what that's called?
Archaeologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in my head, but I didn't want to say it in case it was wrong. I think that would be cool. I think the idea of like brushing some soil away and finding a femur of a T-Rex would be like, oh my, look at this.
At the same time, I don't think I actually have the patience for it. Like, you know those toys that you can buy kids and it's like a brick of rock and you have to break it and find like the little dinosaur toy. I get so fed up with it and just like smash it. If I did that and it was real dinosaur bones, I'd break it or damage it somehow.
Move on. Number 3. Moving to a different country. So we kind of leaned into this with like winning the lottery, but what would you do if you could move like anywhere in the world? The kids would be set up, like everything like that. So imagine like professional footballers, for example, they can get signed by a new club in a different country, so they move their whole family there. They're set up, but whereabouts in the world would you want to go live?
I think my top pick would probably be Italy.
Yeah, I was going to say, would it be like an English-speaking country, or would you go Europe?
I'd love to learn another language. It would be really difficult, but I would probably say Italy.
We haven't been to Italy, by the way.
No.
I think that's going to be our next holiday there.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to Italy.
Same.
Because when you first started asking the question, I kind of thought Australia, but I don't think I would actually want to live in Australia.
Australia is really cool though.
Yeah. I'd like to go to Australia.
Yeah.
But I think I'm stressed out here about like the kids getting hurt or something happening to them, and with like giant deadly spiders and snakes and stuff. I think I would be more scared for the kids.
It's so bizarre though. Because when you're actually there and you see snakes, you see spiders, you're not even afraid of it. It's like they're not out to get you and stuff. I get what you're saying.
It's less about me and more about the kids. Because like if Henry sees a bug, he goes to pick it up.
Yeah, that's true.
He likes bugs, and I just
my cousin lives up near Cairns, and there was it an anaconda? Are they in? There's a massive snake in his backyard.
Yeah. And
he's got a little boy. Well, he's got 2 boys now.
Yeah.
But his first son was only like a year old, and this deadly snake was just crawling through his backyard.
Yeah. I think my anxiety wouldn't allow me to live there. If it was
an anaconda.
And only for my anxiety towards the kids. I feel like I could be safe and I just wouldn't touch things, but the kids are a different story.
I think with Australia, it would be amazing because when they go to school, they do surf lessons and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like when I was there on a beach, there was a load of school kids with the teachers came there and they doing surf lessons.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That is cool.
But the most deadliest jellyfish, you can fit 2 of them on your thumbnail.
Yeah.
Like it's wild. And sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Australia.
Australia's not it for me.
I do like Italy. Like if it was like we're gonna go for this, we're gonna learn the language and stuff, I think it would be like stunning there.
Yeah.
It'd be a really, really cool place to live. Yeah.
I think that would be my top pick.
Anywhere in America or Canada? Would you consider going back?
I would consider going back.
If we did decide when the kids are finished with school and college and everything, and they've got dual citizenship, and they went, I really want to experience living in America now. Can we please go back and all that? And we're in a position that we could go back. What state would we go to? Would you go back to Massachusetts? Would we explore somewhere else?
So the only reason I wouldn't go back to Massachusetts is because it's one of the most expensive states to live in. But I liked living in Massachusetts because I felt like it was the best of both worlds in terms of weather. Like you get really cold and it gets really hot. Not to bring politics into it, but I feel like it's a good state for politics.
Yeah. You fully brought politics into it.
Yeah.
You feel a bit safer there?
No.
No?
I mean, gun violence is a thing everywhere in the States.
Yeah. What about New York State?
New York State, yeah, that would be another one that I would
towards
consider.
Like Albany or something instead of New York City.
Maybe a little lower than Albany, but yeah.
It would be really, really cool to be like, should we go to New York City today? Yeah, it's half an hour drive.
Yeah.
Just to like go there, or like the kids could go to uni there or something.
Pennsylvania's really pretty.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania could be good.
What about Maine?
Street,
up in Maine or New Hampshire?
No, to either.
No.
They've just never interested me. Like I lived
they're beautiful.
They're beautiful. I think I've been there too much.
You're right up in the corner out of the way.
And like Maine is stunning for going on holiday and things like that.
What's Vermont like?
Kind of similar to Maine.
Yeah. I'm just trying to show that I know loads of states.
Oh yeah. I know 50. How about you?
That's for another episode. Yeah.
Where would your dream country be?
I would like to move to America.
Yeah.
I know that how things are currently is a bit
tough.
Yeah, wild. But we're talking about in years' time. What am I saying?
Many years.
10 years time plus. Yeah. So it might be completely different then. Could be better.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
I don't know. Like it's might be a topic for a different day, but after moving out of America, the things that it's so secluded and it's a big country, obviously. Yeah. But like Americans think about America and they don't really think about other countries of the world. And then moving here, it feels like
you've got Europe on your doorstep.
You've got Europe at your doorstep. People travel more. It's not all about one country. Yeah.
I mean, everyone is very patriotic here. The Brits are very like the real Brits and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy to just jump on an hour flight to France or 2 hours to Spain or...
Yeah.
Whereas that's like a 10-hour flight for New Yorkers to go experience Paris or something.
So Americans explore America a lot of the time. Not all of them.
You've got Bahamas and you've got Mexico and you've got places to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are kind of out the way.
Yeah.
And same for Australia. They're right out the way.
Yeah. But I think it's more about the American mindset.
Yeah.
That I've kind of left.
Yeah. You're British now.
I'm British now.
Oh, that's the first time you said it. Right, number 4. A year off together. So what would you do if we both had a full year off from work and responsibilities? How would you spend the time?
Money?
So it's not unlimited money, but like we don't need to work for a year. House is paid for and we can do whatever you want to do. So that could be starting a new business on the side, or it could be traveling again, or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you don't, like, our everyday now, we don't need to worry about it. We've just got 1 year where we can just cram in whatever we want to do for that 1 year. So that's with the kids, or we can just say that we, like, in this scenario, it's just me and you.
Yeah. Definitely travel. I'd want to do, like we said at the beginning, a road trip again.
Well, our plan when you first moved here, like with your visa, because we just did the road trip in America for the honeymoon. Then we moved here, and the idea was, okay, now that we've done America, let's do a road trip around Europe. But we went straight into lockdown. Yeah. And then work started, and then Henry came along, and life happened. Yeah. So if we had a year, we'd
definitely do a road trip.
Yeah, we're doing that
for sure.
Yeah, I would like to, like, we've spoken a lot about Europe, but I think I'd like to do parts of Africa as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Like, I'd like to, obviously, you do the classic safaris and stuff, but I'd also like to, you know, when people travel there and they help build huts and all this, like, I think that would be such an amazing experience, but also rewarding.
And it's your fault that I didn't get to do that.
What?
It wasn't to build houses, but right when we met and I quit my job and came here for 5 months, I had the opportunity to go to Africa.
Where was it? Is it Zimbabwe, wasn't it?
Tanzania?
Is Zimbabwe... Have I just made an error by saying Zimbabwe?
I have no idea.
Tanzania is where you were going.
I think it was Tanzania, but I can't remember. But it was to go help people living there because I worked with
the hospital.
It would be to help them with their eyes, to give them glasses.
That's actually wild that you didn't say, hang on a minute, I'm just going to do that and then I'll come over with you.
Fell in love.
That is actually crazy. I don't know if I would have done that. I don't know if I would have said...
Rude!
I'm just going to pop off to Africa for a bit and then we'll start our life together.
Yeah.
We really rushed, didn't we?
We did. But I'm glad we did.
And you gave up being in a movie with Adam Sandler as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's right, talk about that. That's fun for the podcast. This is a short I'm going to make now. So Sarah, when she moved to England to be with me, she gave up a role in an Adam Sandler movie.
It was an extra. It's not anything special.
Make it more interesting.
It's not that interesting, though. I can't lie. Me and my sister applied to be extras in...
Hubie Halloween.
Yeah.
Yes, on Netflix. You could have been on Netflix.
Yeah, but not really.
I know we're getting off of the topic, but like, where you're from, Adam Sandler does a lot of movies there, doesn't he?
He does. The North Shore of Massachusetts.
Yeah. And this was in Salem. Was it? It wasn't filmed in Salem, but it was based in Salem.
It's filmed in Marblehead in Salem. I think probably other places too, but those were like the main places, I think.
Fun little fact as well. He always wears T-shirts like Massachusetts based, like Harvard T-shirts and stuff like that.
He likes really cool. Massachusetts.
Yeah. So that's that. I don't know how we got into that, but
yeah.
You got the role of an extra, didn't you?
Yeah, it was just an extra role. So like I would have just been standing there. It's not like I had lines.
Yeah, but it's such a cool experience. That's what I mean. I feel like an asshole, but I don't know if I would have just been like,
you are an asshole if you wouldn't have given that stuff up.
Yeah. No, I would have definitely just moved to you straight away without doing all that stuff. Promise.
Rude.
Number 5. Living in a different era. So what would you do if you could time travel once to any point of time. So you can either go backwards or you can go into the future. Would you go back or would you go forward?
Forward.
And how far? Bear in mind, you go forwards. I mean, if you go back, you don't know anyone. But if you go forwards, you don't know anybody at all. And it might just be all lava. Like, something bad could have happened.
Yeah.
So you just get there and just die.
How long am I staying here?
What did I write?
Indefinitely?
Which would you choose, and what do you think your life would be like? No, let's say you can come back.
Okay.
You go there
because I'm a woman.
You can go there for a month. Oh yeah, that's so true, isn't it?
Yeah.
You go backwards. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
But okay, you go there. It's like I can't think what movie it is, but yeah, you go back. You got a whole month. So you got to just live that month, and like you're not.
I wouldn't go far
You're not
back.
Immortal either, so like you've got to just survive that month, and then after 30 days, you then jump back in and come back to now.
Because I'm a woman, I wouldn't go back that far. I'd maybe go to 1960s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? What would you want to see?
The hippie revolution.
Yeah. Would you do anything to benefit today? Do you know what I mean? Like, would you find out some? You can't find out things, can you, to put bets on?
No, it hasn't happened.
No. Would you put bets on in the past that, like, so you know that you're going tomorrow to the 1960, let's say 1966, for example.
Look up the lottery numbers for like that day.
1966, England won the World Cup.
Yeah.
The one and only time. So if it was out, would you go, right, I'm just going to put a bet on that, like, before it happens, because you know the result?
I don't know the result of anything. Yeah. So if I need to do any prior research, no.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm saying, like, tomorrow you're going to do it. So you've got a day to go, right, let's have a look at what happens. I'm going to put some bets on, get some money.
Well, and if it was about, like, money making, I'd probably go back to whenever Bitcoin first came out.
Buy so much. Yeah. That's probably what my answer would be. Just go back to when they dropped it on that day.
Yeah.
By like $1,000's worth at like 0.0000000 whatever.
Yeah.
Probably not even that much. I'd probably just put 100 quid on in.
Yeah.
Which you did.
I did.
Oh, talk about it. Please. Sarah bought Bitcoin. And we would be multi-millionaires now if you.
It was like 2012, I think.
Oh. She told me this literally just after we got married, and I was like, "Oh my lord, I'm going to be a millionaire."
I can't remember what year it was, but it was really early in Bitcoin.
Yeah. So how much Bitcoin did you buy?
I have no idea. Don't remember anything
dollars
about it.
How much 50. money? How much money did you spend on
Probably
Bitcoin?
$50.
$50 on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And how much roughly do you think they were worth then? A Bitcoin.
So I was not the one doing the research.
Yeah.
It was somebody that I was dating at the time, and they did all the research. And
do they have it?
Maybe, I don't know.
Anyway, carry on.
That's it. That's all I got.
Well, so they're like, buy this Bitcoin, and you're like, cool, I'll put $50 in. And so, when was this? 2012?
I don't even remember the year. Maybe 2015, 14.
It's actually wild.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That $50 would be worth, like, not God knows how much.
I wasn't highly invested in it, so I didn't. Yeah, I just thought it was a waste of money.
How wrong you were.
How wrong I was.
Yeah, but the reason that we don't have it now is because it was stored onto like an external device or something like that, wasn't it?
Had to have been.
We looked through the loft and everything.
Yeah, we were at my old laptop from that time too.
Yeah, and it's just gone.
Not that I would know where to look for it on there.
Yeah, agonizing. But yeah, I would like to go... I think I'd like to go into the future. Because I want to see if there's flying cars and all that stuff. I don't think there ever will be flying cars.
No.
Like, ever. Unless planes are substituted.
I think maybe...
Have you seen how many planes are in the sky?
Yeah, I think it could be something like that. But I do think that air traffic is a really difficult thing to manage.
Yeah, but also, I think that before there's flying cars, I think that there'll be like
electric airplanes.
Yeah, like, or like big tunnels that like go from country to country, and like you in the sky, like big bridges sort of thing, or underground tunnels like the Euro tunnel.
Yeah,
but like to America and stuff like that, because I can't remember who it was, but I saw an Instagram reel or something like that, and like they were saying how you can't make a flying car because I can't remember, like the force you would need and stuff, it would like destroy like you'd have to if you take off straight up, then the force you'd need is like a rocket, do you know what I mean, to lift up. But if you're going forwards, you need wings like a plane, or you need to be like a helicopter. So we have
hover.
Yeah. So
I don't know the science behind it.
Nor do I, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No,
I don't think so. And I don't know if I'd want one.
Anything's possible.
I don't know if I'd want a flying car. Imagine the first flying car. Like, it's not going to be like what license will you need? Like a stunt plane, isn't it? Are you going to be able to do like barrel rolls and backflips in your car? Or is it literally just going to be like hovering a foot above the ground?
I don't know. It's hard to imagine like our technology changing that drastically. Like not like the types of cars that we drive, because there are like now electric cars and people didn't think that. But I can see the car evolving, but I don't know if it's going to be flying.
I think that there could be hover cars. Just like with like economy, the ecosystem and all that, like with rubber tires. Yeah. There's got to be a day where they go, we can't keep making these rubber tires and getting rid of old ones, so that's going to be a substitute, because it was a wooden wheel, then it was rubber for and suspension and stuff. But
think about if there were flying cars, how many accidents.
And the accident wouldn't just be like a little bump, you fall out of the sky.
Yeah, so and like into somebody's house, and I think the safety of it is something that I don't think people are really pushing for.
That's why I think that it would be like
drunk driving, somebody crashes through your roof.
That's why I think it would be like these tunnels in the sky or something like that. Whereas I don't know what
hamster tubes.
Yeah,
like that sort
of thing.
That would be horrible.
You know what they're talking about, like hyper speed railways and stuff. It's like a hover rail. I think they're talking about that in Los Angeles or I can't remember. But it's like really, really quick because it's on magnets.
They have them in Japan or something, don't they?
Yeah, so I can imagine something like that which goes country to country. So instead of it taking 6-7 hours to get to New York from London, there will be a bridge or like a chute that just sends you there really quick. Yeah. Instead of the flying cars, because like you said, accidents in the sky, but also people going country to country in their flying car without passports and stuff.
Yeah, but there would be some kind of border control.
How though?
I don't know, but
there's
there
a massive
would be.
wall up in the sky.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think. Yeah.
Can't see it happening.
I can't either, but never say never.
If there was any type of flying car, I think it would just be hovering just off the floor. Just like a hovercraft. Yeah. Something like that. What would you do if you could press a button and wipe your debt clean, but someone random somewhere in the world would take on double your debt? So luckily we don't have a ton of debt, but we have a mortgage.
Yeah, so that's included.
So, yeah, we're not going to say how much our mortgage is, but let's just ballpark it. Let's just say it's like 200 grand. 200 grand mortgage. So somebody is going to get 400 grand
debt
somewhere in the world.
I don't think I'd do it.
I would. You're not going to meet them.
Yeah, but like...
why wouldn't you do it?
Because I've been poor. Yeah. It's hard.
But you could
not that we're like wealthy, but
you could give that debt to a millionaire. You just don't know.
But what are the chances of that?
True. I don't know.
Not high.
Also, imagine being that person.
That would suck.
Like, I'm sorry, where's this come from? What do you mean 400
We're
grand?
hiring a lawyer.
400 grand for what?
Yeah.
But it's not your problem, is it? You don't see it.
Yeah, but I don't think I could do that.
We're mortgage free. But yeah, you'd be living with a bit of guilt, wouldn't you?
A lot of guilt.
I think
you could have destroyed somebody's family.
Yeah, you could have. I just
which is statistically way more likely than going to a millionaire.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I don't think I could do that to someone. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know if I would be able to just forget about that person, just carry on like every day. No, I believe that like karma's a thing.
Yeah.
So kind of, I don't know if I fully believe it, but what's the word?
I feel like you just get what's coming to you. If that makes any sense. If you're a shitty person, shitty things are probably gonna come to you.
Not always. There's a lot of like successful people that are shitty people because they shit on people.
Yeah, but how are their relationships?
Yeah, so they might be wealthy in the bank, but not in life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean by you get what's coming.
What's the word I'm trying to think of? Superstition? Not superstition.
I don't know.
What, like when you're worried that something might happen? Skeptic. No. So
might be superstitious.
Yeah. So I think that not like I fully believe that karma is a thing, but I think that I'd always have like a bit of a fear in the back of my mind that like something bad's gonna happen by doing that. So I don't. It'd be tough. Like if a random guy, if like a suit and black shades on, opened a briefcase, and there was 200 grand there, and he goes, "Take this," and then somebody's gonna get a debt. Mm-hmm. Seeing that, I'd be like, "Oh my, who are you? Who do you work for?" Yeah, but I would be like, "Oh, this is tough." But I'd have to think about it, and then I'd make the decision to not do it, I think. Yeah. Just because I would fear that bloke's going to come back and say, guess what? Someone else has done it. Now you've got 800 grand's worth of debt. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
For me, I just don't think I could do that to somebody. I don't like it feels like stealing.
Yeah, there's that as well, because like I would love to be mortgage free. Yeah. But like on that final payment, I want to be like, we did that. Yeah. We earned this house. Yeah. Instead of,
I stole that from somebody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think that you would end up like resenting the house a bit. That you'd feel dirty. You'd feel bad being in it. Yeah. Like we don't actually own this. It's not what we made. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Yeah. We agree on that then. Good.
Well, that's good.
So this is the last question, which is it's a bit of a punchy one in the chest, because this is a really difficult one because we've got kids, and if you're listening and you've got kids, then what would you do if you found out that your child was accidentally swapped at birth and the biological one is alive and well and in another family, but the other family want their daughter back? Do you swap back?
No.
So this is Emmy.
Why Emmy?
Because they want their daughter back. We've got our daughter as Emmy. So Emmy was in the NICU. Mm-hmm. So what if we were given the wrong incubator? So we've been through all of that with Emmy, but really our daughter was actually next door. So
legally, they would not be able to take their daughter back.
No?
No.
I don't know. How does it work? Emmy's got a passport.
So?
with her name and her picture and stuff. What do you mean legally they couldn't take it back?
Legally, she is our daughter. We have raised her, and legally...
Yeah, when I say about the passport, I mean, obviously, she has a birth certificate with her name, but there's no picture assigned to it.
Yeah. Well, I think most courts would probably take into account, like, the the welfare of the child. So that's why they probably would not rip a child from their existing home.
But this question says that the other family want their daughter back.
Tough.
So you go into court and all this. So this is that question of, is a daughter, being a parent, blood or raised, or, you know what I mean? Like
nature or nurture?
Yeah.
Nurture.
So our biological daughter is somewhere else, but Emmy is our daughter. This is weird talking about, isn't it? I couldn't do it. I could not give Emmy up.
No, absolutely not.
If anything, I'd be like, right, we'll have that one as well, but Emmy's not going anywhere.
So I'm gonna let's take into scenario that the other family is a good, nice family,
exactly like us.
Yeah.
So we're not saying like, not bigging ourselves up, but like it's just a normal family, right? So we're a working. Are we middle class?
Maybe, yeah.
We're a working family that
working class.
We can working class. We pay our bills, but we're not wealthy.
Yeah.
We manage. Yeah. We can manage. So exactly the same parenting, so like a mirror version of ourselves.
Yeah.
So if Emmy and that daughter was swapped, she's not going to go to an abusive household and stuff like that. But
so legally, I don't think that the courts would make the switch back. I don't think they take into account the welfare of the child, and I think it would be traumatizing to switch the children back.
And it would be traumatizing for Henry as well. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Say bye, and here's your new one.
Yeah. I don't think a court would do that. I also might have an unpopular opinion of I might not even want to get to know my biological daughter.
Why?
Because I feel like I would still feel like their parent, even though I'm not technically their parent. It's basically like we gave a child up for adoption. Yeah. So if their actual parents were making decisions that I didn't agree with, or like things like that, I just think it would be too hard.
It'd be better to not know than know too much.
I think it's the same with adoption. I think people can do adoption however they want to, but if I were to do adoption, I think I would want a closed adoption. I wouldn't want to know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's different, but my brother's just had puppies.
Very different.
And he's 4 of them out of 6 have gone to new homes, and one of them, my mum knows the owner. Yeah. Has bumped into her, and then found out who she was and where she got her puppy from. Yeah. And it's from my brother. And I said, so my brother's got kids, and they got a bit attached to these puppies, obviously, because they're puppies. Yeah. And they're so they had their favourites, which have now got new homes. And I said, like, leave it. Don't go for walks with the kids and that dog. Like, that dog has now got like, we were talking about kids, like, but like, I don't agree with continuing a relationship with a dog. What's my point? What am I trying to make? So
I know what you're trying to say, because like we'll bring it back to more animals. When I was younger, maybe like 16, my cat had kittens. Yeah. And getting rid of those kittens, like I still like, I want to know what those kittens now look like, and if they're still alive. And I'm sure they are, because the cat is still alive, but like the mother cat is still alive. Yeah. But like I, for years, wanted to know. Yeah.
You have to cut ties. Yeah. Otherwise. Yeah. So my point about the puppy was, like, let's say my brother and his kids were meeting up for walks and stuff, and didn't agree with how the owner was training it or something like that. They can't do anything, but they know too much now. Instead of just being like, here's your new puppy, go on your way, like, thanks for the business. Yeah, I don't think that you should continue.
I would stalk my biological child.
What do you mean?
Like, if we found out that they lived like up by Bristol or something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like drive to their house. That's not the kind of stalking I mean. But like I would stalk internet, like their parents' Facebook and things like that. I would try to catch glimpses of them to see what they looked like and who they're becoming. But I wouldn't want to interfere with who they're becoming.
Yeah. But you just said that you wouldn't want to get to know them because of...
I wouldn't want to build a relationship.
Right. But yeah, you'd like to see like their first day of school and like graduating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean there.
I'd like to know who they become, but I don't want any involvement
of
who they become.
Yeah. All right, it was a deep question for the
You didn't
end.
answer it though.
Did I not?
Not really.
Well, I said I wouldn't give Emmy up. I basically have the same point as you have. Like,
would you want to know your biological child?
Nah. No, it's not that. Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's say that you had a partner from 10 years ago. Well, it doesn't work for you.
No,
it doesn't work for you at all. But let's say that they came back and said, by the way, after that night, got pregnant and here's a kid. He's 10 and he wants to get to know you. I don't think I have a choice. I think, do you know what I mean? It's for if the
legally you don't.
If the kid wants to get to know his dad, then yeah. If it was a conversation of you have a son or a daughter, they're 10 now, I'm just letting you know, they don't know about it, they have their own dad. I just wanted you to know. I think I'd just leave it be. If that kid's happy and all that, I wouldn't be like, that's my son, that's my genes.
As long as they were being treated.
But I would want to see what they look like.
Yeah.
Because I want to see like if he looks like me or... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't interfere, just like you said.
I wouldn't interfere if their life was going...
Unless that...
in an upward projection.
Yeah, if that person was like, I don't want you to have anything to do with it, they're perfectly happy and all this, but I knew that like the stepdad was a bad person, yeah. or you can just know that it's not a safe home environment or something, then I would then step in and be like, this isn't happening.
Yeah.
DNA tests and all that stuff would happen. Jeremy Kyle show.
It's Jerry Springer for people who don't know.
Yeah.
The UK's version of Jerry Springer.
Yeah. But I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can do like a part 2 of this.
Yeah. Yeah. I've liked this one.
It's fun, isn't it?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's a wrap on what would you do if. Yeah, we hope that you had as much fun dreaming big as we did. There's been some controversial things that we said on this one, I think, as well. But yeah, keep imagining, keep laughing, and as always, see you after bedtime.